What's going on? Ryan here for Bender Wins, a bookie killer, throwing out absolute blowout winner, one after another, 3 in a row. There's a word in Vegas for what we did yesterday, guys. Dumb luck. Yeah. We got lucky, guys. We got lucky to win 3 in a row. I like the pick, but there's no other way to describe it other than it was lucky. It was no offense in the first half of the game. Very little in the second half. We got really lucky that they completed a long pass, got a field goal, went to overtime, perfect storm, like just traded, scored back and forth in overtime, and we got the win. But we'll take it. A win's a win. We have to get lucky sometimes too. The bookies get lucky enough. So 3 in a row yesterday, guys, and today we are going with NFL. Today, in honor of the first full day of NFL on Sunday, I'm releasing 2 free plays today. It's the only time I'm going to do this, but I'm going to release 2 free plays. So let's get right into it. First game, Kansas City is playing in Jacksonville. Powerhouse KC against lowly Jacksonville. So guess which way we're obviously going? Not with KC. Jacksonville only has 25% of the bets. 75% of the bets out there are on Kansas City. Because it looks pretty good. When you first look at it, you think, wow, Kansas City, that's an easy pick. Nope. With 25% of the bets on Kansas City, there's 42% of the money. And there's a lot of sharp money on Jacksonville. So the reason for this is because Vegas knows a few things. And one of the things they're aware of is the psychology of the bettor to overvalue playoff teams last year in the first game of the year. So in this specific instance, here's what we have. We have Kansas City, a playoff team last year, against Jacksonville, a non-playoff team. Okay? So teams that didn't make the playoffs and covered less than 49% of the time last year. So less than 49% of the time they covered the spread, which means if you bet on Jacksonville every game last year, you lost money. So the public perception of Jacksonville is very low. But this is a brand new year. So the combination of an underdog playing against a team that made the playoffs last year, 68.6%. That's strong. 68.6% of the time. So I'll say that again because it's a little convoluted, but you have a playoff team on one side, okay? You have a team that missed the playoffs on the other side. And not only did they miss the playoffs, but they cost people money last year. They didn't cover the spread. They lost by the spread more than 49% of the time. In the first game of the year, guys, that team that missed the playoffs and didn't cover, they cover the spread 68.6% of the time. Vegas knows it. The sharps know it. The public doesn't know it. The public loves Kansas City. We don't. We're on Jacksonville plus 3.5. Let's go over to the next game. We have LA in Carolina. So again, on paper, looks pretty good. LA. We're not on LA. We're on Carolina. Same thing applies, guys. Same thing applies with Carolina. Only difference with this game is the public is like way over on LA and sharps are like all over Carolina. And I actually think this line might even move some more. But right now, 28% of the bets, so in volume, 28% of the total bets are on Carolina, but 61% of the money. 61%. So I think Vegas might even move this line because they're going to try and get more money on LA. They need more public money. That's why I think that line's going to move. So same scenario for both games that I mentioned about being underdogs in the 68.6%. I like these matchups, guys. This is the psychology of NFL. Okay, as I mentioned in previous videos, if you go out and you analyze, how every player matches up and all that stuff, which it's important, but I mean it's got to be a small aspect of the overall play because to win at NFL, you have to win the psychological game. You have to understand what Vegas wants you to do because it's a number 1 bet sport in North America. So they spend hours, days, weeks putting this first line together. So they get it right most of the time. I mean, every once in a while they get it wrong, but there's not a lot of value in the NFL where the line's off. You find value in all over in sports where the line is actually off. You don't see that very much in the NFL. So where you have to find your value is in thinking, where does Vegas want this money? And it's pretty obvious in these specific cases that Jacksonville and Carolina are solid picks. And to reinforce that, I was actually out at a card game tonight. I was playing cards and going around the table, just, talking about football and everything. And everyone was talking how much they like Kansas City tomorrow. And I said my little piece, but whether they bet on Kansas City or not, but it kind of, to me, like, just reinforces that, the public's on Kansas City. They like Kansas City. Same thing with the Rams. So guys, we are taking Jacksonville plus 3.5. We're taking Carolina plus 1.5. That's our picks, guys. So we're going for 4 and hopefully 5 in a row. If we go 2-0, we go 5 in a row. So 3-0 going into today, guys. Thank you very much for all the support, as always, guys. I really, really appreciate it. If you guys could leave a like, please subscribe, turn the notification on down there, the little bell. And that'll notify you as soon as I post a pick, guys. You can watch it right away and hopefully get the lines at the right time before they move. That's it for today, guys. So as always, have a very lucky day and wish you guys all the best. Take care.